Hey y'all, Natalie here, and today I am doing a hop with Whimsy stamps and Shimmerz paints. So I'm going to be using products from both companies to make a fun Christmas layout. So I'm starting with the Whimsy stamps tartan plaid background, and I was showing you a few examples that I had used the Shimmerz products on it in my art journal to test it out. So that cut file says Santa, I know him, and it's all one piece typically, but I did cut it apart for my purposes. That is a cut file from the Shimmerz shop, as well as that layered bit of pine bough is from the exclusive cut file from the December color kits. And that's kind of like the idea where I'm going with this. So I'm going to do a red background, which I know is dangerous because a lot of times it looks like blood, but I'm going to cover it up too. So I'm using some coloring My Bleeding Heart with a splash of Vibes Blushing Bride, and then I will also add in some Shimmerz Buddy's Favorite Color, which is from the color kits this month, and that will add some nice shine. And I sprayed water down in the middle of the page to kind of define the area, but it didn't fully define it. So you'll see me here in a minute define it better with my paintbrush. But I'm just going to swirl all those reds that I mixed together around the page just to make like one of our watercolor wash backgrounds like I have done a million times before. And if you've watched my channel before, you've seen it. So nothing new, nothing different. Except that it's red, because that typically doesn't work super great as a red color, but we're going to add some green stamping on top of it, and so it doesn't end up looking bloody. Yeah, so that's always very cathartic and a good thing to do. And there's the dried bit, and it does actually kind of look like an anatomical heart, in my opinion, but I'm going to add some splatter on top and let that dry. And then I'm going to stamp on top. And while you watch me splatter, I will say I'm going to link down below to my Instagram account. This is an Instagram hop with Whimsy stamps, and there's prizes. So click on my link down below to get over to Instagram and then complete the hop for your chance to win some awesome fun prizes. These Whimsy stamps products are super fun. So what I've done is I've taken my forest green vibes there, and that's from an old color kit as well, and I sprayed it on the red rubber background stamp. And so I thought I needed to do a second generation print, but I actually end up using it first generation, which is just the first time you stamped it down, because I did need more of that ink. And so I'm just trying to soften up the edges there, since I have gesso in the background, and that makes it easier to do. So I'm just putting water on the sharp edges of the edge of the stamp that ended up showing up, and it kind of just gives it a watercolor look. And we're going to let that dry, and that just kind of helps the background not look like a big red blob. So now I'm also going to use that same background stamp, and I'm going to ink up the whole thing on this black cardstock, and I'm going to emboss it in white. And it was kind of a test because I wasn't sure how well it was going to turn out. And can I just tell you that this was beautiful. Like, I love how this turned out. These Whimsy stamps stamp very well. The image was super crisp. I love it. It's so pretty. So I'm going to heat emboss all of that, and then I use it to back my cut file. At first I had thought that I was going to let the background show through the cut file, but I wanted to utilize more of the Whimsy products, and I thought this was a good way to do it. So I'm going to back my page with a black background paper. I'm using this tearaway tape from Spiegel Mom Scraps, and I'm going to sew in red around the edges here in a second. I'll go off camera and do that. And then I just like to ruffle up the edges and make it look a little tattered, because that's my style. So I'm just cutting off the excess thread here, and it's time to start building our layout. So there you can see I backed all of the cut file with the embossed stamp, and I super love how that turned out. And it doesn't look like too much because I use the watercolor technique on the stamp on the background. And so it just kind of helps it mesh well. But since I didn't crisply and clearly stamp on the background, it's not too matchy-matchy. And that is the awesome honeycomb die. I just knew I had to have that whenever I was shopping. I always love a good octagon. I love a good dainty shape. So I cut that out of glitter paper, and I'm just going to use it as a layering element. And you'll probably see that crop up in quite a few of my layouts coming up, because that is just one of my favorite little techniques to use. So those are a couple papers from the Cartabella Farmhouse Christmas collection. So I just grabbed those and ripped them to be the background for my photo. And I'm going to adhere those down here and ruffle up the edges and then start layering things with the photo. Actually, I already attached the glitter honeycomb shapes to the back of that. I'm going to stick one there under the boughs, and we're going to finish up here soon. I'm going to add a few stickers from the sticker sheet from the Cartabella Farmhouse Christmas collection. And then off camera, I decided to add some red sequins as well as one of the dots from this month's Shimmerz color kits. So like I said before, I'm going to link down below to my Instagram where you can join the hop and have a chance to win some prizes, which is really awesome. Be like a little Christmas treat to yourself. I don't think there's too many of us in the hop, and it's all going to be such amazing inspiration. You'll definitely want to hop along and see it. So thank you guys for watching, and let me know if you have any questions. I will also link to the Shimmer shop and the Whimsy shop down below. You can use my code at Shimmerz, or mention my name. Sorry, I don't have a code, but you can mention my name in the comments when you order from Shimmerz, and they'll add a special treat to your package. So let me know if you have any questions, and thanks for watching, y'all. Bye.